one pride. It's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
First down.
It's Williams on the catch. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
2nd and 19.
I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Goff now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He was taken down by
the numbers for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 59 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Prescott finding room at midfield. And down right around the 37.
Holding. Offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Formation for the Cowboys.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this. Gibbs gets popped, and he loses the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Lions 3.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
At their own 24-yard line.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys are there.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, very surprising. 2 lost fumbles for him, and we're still in the first quarter of play.
And you want to make a quick trip to the doghouse, maybe to the bench? Fumble twice in the first quarter as he just did. Now you just wonder, is he going to be thinking about every time he touches the ball from here on out?
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Out of his hands quickly to C.D. Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he's down inside the 15.
Cowboys first down. First and
to throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. They hold it to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
At the 12-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott finding Williams once more. Complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Lions 3.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, 12 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, Goff. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they are backed up as far as you can go as they'll start this drive on their own 1-yard line.
And whenever I see the Cowboys backed up on their own 1-yard line, I think of one thing. Tony Dorsett at the old Metrodome playing against the Vikings when he got away with a 99-yard touchdown run and did it with only 10 guys on the field on offense for the Cowboys. So in this situation, I highly suggest they bring the 11th guy out to aid their cause.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 5.
Prescott on play action. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
He was brought down by
a tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Signaled for
and Detroit getting set to go now.
Take over first and 10.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made right at midfield.
DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down.
Second and 9.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down. First and 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play action. It's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
15 more yards. That's another Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
19-yard line. 1 yard gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Here's Goff. That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Detroit Lions, first down.
Gibbs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Gone. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw from 3 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Prescott's pass.
From the 25, here's second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Now Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle.
Prescott's pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Lamb. A gain of 17 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
Complete to George
second down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the
Prescott down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here.
A 61-yard
and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Now Goff. He's got right on the short throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jared Goff sacked.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Here's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Screen play set up for Williams. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
It's 4th down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott's pass.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Now Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard
The Lions
line.
now taking over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Goff now to throw. He's got right on the short throw. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
13 yards
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Prescott yet again. He's got this to Pickens. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
21 yards.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one too wide. And incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Avante Maddox on the coverage.
Now Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times, and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Prescott.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play, and a Cowboy first down.
They'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the 35.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Aiden Hutchinson
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the...
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Aiden Hutchinson.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Play action. It's gone. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brings up 3rd down.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 31.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard
now it's gone.
line.
And he slings one that's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's a gain
You know
of
what
8.
really fires up
Brings
offensive
up 2nd
linemen?
and 2.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
First carry now for David Montgomery. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
13 yards.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Detroit Lions.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a proven drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Lions 17.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
15 yards.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A gain of 15. First down.
Prescott now from the 50. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Complete to Jake Ferguson.
Prescott now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for CD.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
36-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 21.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
CD Lamb.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
A 3-yard.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Back to throw, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Oh, good move. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Detroit Lions.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he fires one incomplete.
For Brock Wright.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Goff now looks to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
37 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so they're really...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
that goes for a gain of 31.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 31 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
10 at the Lions' 35-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Taken down.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Throwing, Prescott.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's good.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
At the 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
For the 2-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. Over the middle, he's got to Slaw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4th down is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
32 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Wright's got him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Goff now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaac to Slaw
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They shake, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Number 33,
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up second.
Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Cowboys, first down.
Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. The busy night continues for Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's Dak. Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. To throw, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Dak. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 up to the 33. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's Goff. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Play.
Now Goff. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And he is caught. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Lions 1st down.
One last throw here for Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Cowboys, They pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.